Was Bobby wasting potential? Obviously Bobby is. But take him out of the film and nothing changes. So what would I change to make him actually matter to the plot? First off, I'd have Bobby start off as their promo guy, not their manager. It's because I'd want some room for the relationship between him and the girls to build over the course of the movie. As the girls' manager, Celine is all business. She's constantly pushing Rumi, Mira and Zoe to maintain this perception of perfection. But when Bobby is around, he's like a breath of fresh air. In this rewrite, Rumi, Mira and Zoe have trained to hide their flaws the 5 or more years they've been the next generation of Sunlight Sisters. I'd want that throughout the story, the girls become encouraged to be more of themselves because of Bobby. Also, it's a crime that the two characters that are so important to the girl group don't interact with each other the whole movie. So this is what I'd do for Celine. Whenever she sees Bobby, in her heart she's all like,
"What's up?"
But she wants to keep up the appearance of a perfect girl boss, so she tries to keep it professional and interactions with Bobby really brief. The common thing to do would be to make the guy oblivious to the girl's feelings, but not for our boy. In this rewrite, Bobby's defining feature is that he'd be very perceptive. Bobby would also be aware of the rising pressure the trio has. He would be that voice of comfort and encouragement that inspires the girls to eventually become huntrix. He would also be the first in the film to become aware of the supernatural stuff that's going around them, and he would be the one to witness Rumi, Mira and Zoe fight the demonic, which would be the perfect moment for a title drop. Cheesy, I know, but I always find it fun when movies do this. I'd make some really big changes to the third act that I want to flesh out in another video, but long story short, Bobby would lift up Rumi, Mira and Zoe, reassuring them that their uniqueness has equipped them for such a time as this, so they can deal with the forces of darkness in a way that only they can. This is the kind of impact I believe Bobby should have on the girls. Regardless of how big or small the action is, we don't know what kind of impact we can make in another person's life, for good or for bad. This is why the Lord encourages us to let our light shine. So in different ways, I believe Bobby's presence should have had weight on the film's story, not just vibes, but actually show through the story why he matters so much to the girls. Not only eventually becoming their manager, but as the father figure of the Huntrix family. What do you think?